All right, we're live. Hello. I hope you're ready for more Musume Pretty Derby. Okay, I'll just use at least one of my team trials energy, and then we kind of gotta get right into this. Hi, Sari bot. Speaking of, let's do the freaking Twitch ads to kill the pre-rolls because Twitch is Twitch. Okay. There we go. Alright. I should probably... Okay, so I haven't done any of my entries for, the second day of round 2. So I should probably do that first. So I'm gonna do that. We'll get right into it. Apparently power is pretty important in this champ meet. And that might be the reason why my Tachyon is doing pretty poorly. Yay, new high score. Yay, okay. We'll get a better score later. Alright. Anyway, these entries are stopping in 1 hour, so we'll hurry the frick up. Our Golshi, I'm realizing, is only 621 power. Compare that to, which Tachyon have I been running? 627, 607. Does this one have firm conditions? Huh. So actually, I could plug this in the emulator. Am I going to? I'm not sure either of these can even beat the current Tachyon or the current Golshi that I have at all. This one I've only been running in round 2, so it's not like it's that different, and she has more stamina. But apparently power is pretty important because there's an uphill in Kyoto, and it seems like a lot of the guides were maybe just not taking that into account. I think the other Tachyon also just dies. I don't think any of them I got. Yeah, no one really. I've gotten more power than that. But this one theoretically has the higher power. It's just a question of, is 800 stamina really enough? I think I will try running her once, considering she never beat Golshi at all. The other Tachyon I was running. Alright. Let's see. Okay, I think there's not really much reason I should be that tired other than caffeine withdrawal. I didn't have any caffeine today. I've been drinking some Coke Zeros, but today I felt like I'd better hold back from it so I don't get too addicted. So today I am caffeine free, and we're gonna hurry this up a bit. Because this is like 20 races, 4 entries, 1 entry is 5 races, so 20 races in total to get through in like an hour. We got a late start for Tachyon. And I'm gonna speed them up a bit too. Tachyon in 5th. Not amazing. Go home specialist. Triggering at the time that usually triggers. Cormond. My debuffer doing stuff. But TBH, I am feeling a little burnt out on Musume. I might be taking a little break after the end of this. Third position. So I guess what I want to know is how much is this Tachyon like actually dying on stamina compared to the other. Okay, it's late race, straightaway spread for my Golshi. I didn't even look at the straight recovery's late. Cooldown is late. Oh, but she's catching up. My Golshi, that is, not my Tachyon. There's another Golshi coming up. But it looks like we were in a good position. Looks like the Tachyon is starting to get into late spurt. That Seiyun Sky is dying. Very unfortunate. Oh god. Well, okay, that's a good sign. We can get first run on our first race. There's a chance with the matchmaking RNG. Anyway. Yeah, those are definitely higher stats than us. That's definitely higher stats than us. I think we just got lucky. For various reasons. Alright, let's see. Is there a chance? It feels so weird that, like, this game is made of, like, so much obscured information. That it's like, all the stuff that is super relevant to the actual game is pretty dang hard to find, it seems. But I guess that's just how it be. Alright, let's start for Golshi. Just an end closer, it's fine. For now. It is gonna matter. Depending on the position he can get into here. Cooldown, race planner, escape artist, Gourmand, cooldown. Gourmand. Billions, go procs, I'm not even paying attention. Anchors away. Alright, if she's behind the other Golshi, then that's usually a bad sign. They're both catching up, getting up to the middle of the pack. Late race starts. We didn't see a straightaway spurt from our Golshi. Slipstream from our Tachyon. And it looks like the other Golshi is just gonna outpace us. As usual. Both for procs late for that Golshi. Alright, that was like, what, 3-4 lengths? 4 lengths. What are these stats? 970, 1200, 729. Yeah, it was kinda... could have gone either way, to be honest. That late start might have actually made the difference there. And also not proccing straightaway spurt. Apparently straightaway spurt wasn't actually that huge compared to the previous champ meet where the acceleration skills were like made a huge difference. I didn't actually look at the comparison in the emulator, but it sounded like that from some discussions I was reading. Alright, what do we got? This other Golshi. That actually seems pretty powerful. Alright, well, let's see. We got a number of debuffers. Again, I'm not even sure I even want to get into Group A finals, so... Alright. Subdued front runners. Cooldown, proc super early. That usually means it overflows. I think it means it overflows. Attack in towards the back of the Page Chasers. Pretty good for proccing your unique. Golshi is still too far behind. I know you're an end closer and all. But look, the other Golshi is already like halfway up the pack. Alright, let's go to the late race. Alright. Straightaway spurt procs. It's nice, but we've got some distance to catch up. Straight recovery. Late for Tachyon. I see the animation on Hesitant Face Chasers on your own horse, but does it actually do that? Does it actually debuff? Don't think it debuffs your own team. Okay, we did get in front of the other Golshi. So now we're catching up to this Ogre, but that's a pretty powerful Ogre, it looks like. It's not close. What are those stats? 1098, 1065, 621. I didn't even seem that much different. I guess S long plus slightly more speed than us is significant enough. And our Golshi having to catch up from way back in the back. How much time do we have? No, we're making fine pace. This will be fine. We'll finish up these runs and we can do the dailies and then we can do the finals. If I sound tired, I'm a little tired. Some high stats. What do we got? Those are some high stats. Alright, let's watch. Hello! Hi, Na. Good, afternoon on this Monday. Happy Monday. Hello. Late start for our Golshi. I'm feeling like I should be. Oh, thank you for all the emote reaction thingies in the YouTube chat. I forget. Gonna be Tuesday soon. In which time zone? UTC plus. Are you in Europe? Are you in Europe? Gonna cry. Alright, corner, swing maestro. Doing stuff. Swing maestros. Anyway, I went with the old Tachyon we're running because she has more power. Like 100 more power, I think. I'm not sure if that actually makes her more effective. But from some discussions I was reading, it seems that it's actually kind of important. Our Golshi gets in front of the Page Chaser. Tame up, bro. Has an end closers. Placing animation for everyone, but I think it only affects the opponents. But we're in a good position. The other Golshi is catching up, though. All the debuffs. Speed star. Cooldown proc slate for Ogre Cap. Maybe, perhaps. Oh shit. Wait. Oh my god. Okay. Half a length. Yippee! Alright, what even happened here? 96999. So we were ahead on stats. Looks like. They did have straightaway spurt. Isn't there a Stam Up Row? I feel like maybe only one gold recovery was not enough. And then our Tachyon. Okay. If we win this, we could get to Group A finals. I'm not sure I even want to. I don't know what she says. All right. One sec. We're in a good mood. What else we got? A Narita Taishin. Always formidable opponent. S long. We got the same guy. We got another debuffer. We got the Simply Rudolph with kind of low speed. And a Golshi with similar sets to us. 2 gold recoveries. Doesn't have the straightaway spurt. Alright, let's watch. This didn't count because it has a curse word. Oh no. We can't have swearing in our Christian chat. In our wholesome Christian chat. Also, thank you for the Steam gift. Person who just gave me a Steam gift. I'm not sure if you're watching. I regret to inform you, I already have that game on my Epic Games account. If you're watching. I don't know if you're watching. Didn't know that. No, I swear all the time on this stream. It's YouTube's auto bots being overly protective. Can I have a Steam gift? I don't know. If it's on sale, maybe. High Psych Locust. Actually, I have some like really old. I think Duke Nukem Forever keys. Oh, and this other one game, Rat's Initiative, that I haven't played in like a billion years, but I happen to have some keys for. All right, what do we got? Take yours away. YouTube's filter system is very fun and necessary and not annoying at all. We are dual streaming, you know, if you hate it that much. I think I've like manually set the Twitch filter to be relatively low. I didn't see if Tachyon procced her unique. She might just die, because she always dies. Cooldown, procs the good time good for Golshi. See if the straightaway spurt pucks in. Encroaching Shadow. No acceleration skill, looks like. Tachyon is in front. We'll see for how long. But it looks like the other Golshi is catching up. Rapidly approaching. Golshi is just barely in front of the Naruto Taishin, but... Oh man. Wait, can this Tachyon actually hold it? No way. On 8 to understand? There's no way. There's no way. Oh god, Naruto Taishin. Gotcha up. Oh shit. Those stats, they're too much. Oh, it's over. Yeah, it was the Encroaching Shadow acceleration. But the Tachyon was like on par of the Golshi. How'd that happen? I prefer YouTube just because I use it for everything and just don't like the filter. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to watch on YouTube too. Mostly. Alright, let's see. They had S-Long, and they had Encroaching Shadow, of course. This Golshi... How did they? They have more power is probably what made the difference. Again, that uphill. And we didn't proc the acceleration skill. Somehow our Tachyon was keeping up with the Golshi. I guess she procced every recovery skill or something. Alright, we did not get to Group A finals yet. I'm fine with that. If an Uma bumped into you at 70 kilometers per hour, you would be done. You would break your bones. At the very least. I think we've mentioned this on stream at least once. My like imagine what happened. So I think I'm gonna keep this Tachyon because the other one was clearly not performing very well. They are very tall too. Some of them are. I think a lot of them though are like Japanese woman height. So relatively small. But still a lot of force bumping into you at, you know, full speed. Alright, let's see. We got more Golshis, of course. Of course she. No acceleration skill, but higher power than us. Significantly higher now that I think about it. This McQueen. Relatively low speed, but again, higher power than us. S-Long. This Golshi, more speed than us. And straightaway spurt. It's probably the one to look out for. Debuffers, debuffers. Excuse me. Simply Rudolph. 2 gold recoveries. Alright, let's watch it. I don't want to imagine breaking my bones by horse girls. Hypothetically, if someone just maxed out guts. I think I saw like 1 or 2 posts about that. Alright. Let's go. How caffeine deprived? Because I only had 1 can of Coke Zero yesterday, and that's like 50 milligrams of caffeine. That's like half a cup of coffee, I think. So it can't be that much. I was coding earlier. I was working on the game, doing some refactoring, and doing like no new functionality, just refactoring. But it's kind of nice. It's kind of calming to feel that way. It's like organizing your stuff. It's like organizing your house, cleaning your house. Except I don't do that as much as I do organizing code. Our Golshi's rush. That's a bad sign. I drank 3 Cokes just today. What does Guts and Wood even do? Asking for real. Okay, so Guts, right now, apparently, right now is a multiplier on your stamina consumption in the end. So it's like stamina, but it falls off after like 500 or 600. Wit affects a number of things. Again, it sort of has diminishing returns once you get above 400, 500, or 600. But it affects your positioning in the beginning and the middle of the race before the late race, and your skill proc chances. So how frequently your skills activate, and a couple other things. There's like a thing where if you're going downhill, then your wit affects your stamina consumption. Profa procs at a good time for this Golshi. Our Golshi's in dead last. That's not good. Straightaway spurt procs though. This Tachyon might end up outperforming our Golshi. Oh god. We're catching up, but the other Golshi's already got a better start, so it's not looking great. Ascent and closers. And even this McQueen. Get how much speed she had, but it looks like the Golshi's catching up. Ah! I thought Wit was the most useless. So there's some guides that mention Wit training as being good, but that's really only for just completing campaign and completing a career run, and for skill procs for like team trials and stuff. Hi, Neil Graham. Hello, hello, Electric. Hello, hello. I'm caffeine deprived today. I don't think I stayed up late. I think I got a good night's sleep. I think I'm just caffeine deprived and a little tired from coding. Anyway, I'm gonna try and not get too emotionally invested because I know we're gonna lose all these races. Yeah, higher speed and similar power. Lower speed but higher power and an Essence Long to make up for that. Kind of surprised how well that McQueen performed. I wonder if we didn't get our proper stamina skills proccing. Round 2 in 1 hour. Let's go. Let's go. Hello, Dairy Queen. I can't remember the last time I've been to a Dairy Queen. But I think it was probably on a road trip or something, and I went, tried the funny ice cream that they flip upside down. Alright, we got a Naruto Taishin. Stats looking kind of low, still higher power than us. Could make up for it. Alright, similar Golshi with similar stats, slightly lower than us. Straightaway spurt, extra gold recovery. We've got a Teamapro. We've got a Mino Top Gun with relatively high stats. 3 gold recoveries. 1150 stam. 962 speed. 678. S turf and S long. That's actually pretty intimidating. It's a front runner though. Alright, we'll see. Rice shower. Nice shower. Both in cooldown are inconsistent. Alright, we got a debuffer. We got my Golshi. I made a Group A Open League though. Isn't Open League harder with the crazy calculator Uma's set to maximize every stat in B rank? That's what I usually hear. I'm gonna do a boxing right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do your dailies. Boxing for Gemini Cup. Boxing IRL. Bump into someone while shouting my name. So you're shouting boxing, boxing, boxing. But instead of boxing, it's nah. Nah, nah, nah. Okay. Go home specialist. If the other go home specialist procs but ours doesn't, that's probably a bad sign. I'm so confused. I'm a little confused too. Actually, not only am I caffeine deprived, my shoulder has been hurting since I woke up. I think I slept on it wrong. Nothing like serious, but it kinda hurts. Bofa. Cooldown, proccing at the right time for the Mino Top Gun when I said that they're inconsistent skills. Oh my god. I hate that feeling. Aw, man. Tachyon procs are uniques. Right, Golshi getting into a good position. Usually a good sign. I think we have a chance. Tachyon slipstreaming. She's activating the DRS button. Neck and neck. Teamapro. Straightaway spurt procs. Cooldown procs a bit late, but hopefully it still counts. Has some Pace Chasers, has some Surgers. Our Golshi's in a great position. She's holding the lead. Growing the lead even. The other end closers are miles away. And they're debuffed by my nice nature. No 3-star Tachyon. Well, excuse me for never pulling the trainee. Gotcha. That's gonna take a lot of stars and a lot of statues. Come back, let me reverse goal. Alrighty. Go ahead. Do what you need to do. Live your life. Be free. Be free from Umas. From Uma Musume. But to be honest, like, not having 3-star Tachyon pisses me off, mostly because I hate the color scheme of the default outfit on Tachyon. It doesn't match because her hair is already brown, and then the reddish brown, like, main color of the default outfit just makes her look brown all over. It doesn't look great. Even Nice Nature, it kind of works because her hair is more reddish. So it's more like it complements the red of her hair, but it just makes Tachyon's hair look even more brown and her whole, like, silhouette more brown, I guess. Alrighty. I'll take it. Default outfit's so ugly. Oh my god. I wouldn't say it's always ugly. I just think it's ugly on Tachyon. Imagine having school. Imagine wanting to learn and better yourself and grow as a person. Imagine spending your time outside. We got a Haru Urara. Hold on, I want to see those skills. Trick Rear, Stamina Eater, Hesitant End Closers, Sharp Gaze, and Frenzied End Closers. Oh my god. That's so funny. Alright, who else do we need to look out for? Alright, that's my Tachyon, isn't it? Yeah. A lot of debuffers. That's a lot of power on this goal. She procs both those recovery skills and straightaway spurt. She could be a big problem for us. Alright, let's see. Holy acceleration skills. Oh yeah, the other thing about Tachyon in the default outfit, you can see her hands. It feels wrong when you can see her hands. When she has all those animations that are like made for the long sleeves, but then she's just like moving her hands. It is funny that they like actually, you know, animate the fingers in those animations. Alright, silent debuff happens. Go home specialist. Our Golshi is super far forward. I believe that's because of Haru Urara being an agent of chaos and messing everything up. Cooldown. That's good. That's a good proc for us. Alright. Now Tachyon's in an even worse position. Golshi didn't even proc her unique, but it's fine because she's already in a good position. Looks like this is just working out for our Golshi. Sharp Gaze, UMA. Not for a Tachyon. Poor Tachyon. Got completely screwed over by this. And the other Tachyon too. It's a fight with the other Golshi. Hesitant Pace Chasers, some other silent debuff at the end closer. Oh boy. Tachyon's recovery skill won't proc one. Yeah, she wasn't... Because there's only 2 Pace Chasers here, so it wasn't going to proc anyway. Straight to recovery, procking late. Yep, it's Golshi. Goldship meta is real. Well, the Urara strat sort of worked out for us in our favor, even though it was the other person running it. This Golshi was probably the biggest threat because of the power. So I think we just got lucky with the positioning. We got one more win. We have 2 more chances. If we get one more win, we're going to the Group A finals. And I'm not sure how to feel about that. But if the rewards for Group A second and Group B first are I'm not sure what the rewards are exactly. I know the last one, they only gave the titles to the first place, which screwed over anyone who got into Group A finals like me. But, alright. McQueen with pretty high stats. Lower power similar to us. You got debuffer, you got a me, you got another Golshi. Intense Gaze. You got a debuffer, Nice Nature, but who has 1153 power. She's gonna down stamina though, so she's solidly in the debuffer only range here. And opponent's Golshi has insane stats, 1186 speed, max stam, 726 power. Swinging Maestro, Bofa, standing by Yume. Doesn't have the acceleration skill, but Professor Curvature is a lot of speed. Naruto Brian, pretty big stats. Pretty big stats. Alright, let's watch. Might be better for you to throw these matches Group A so hard you may be cooked. I probably would be if I get into the Group A finals. But I'm just gonna stay the course and run my best chance of winning here. Last time I got a second, kind of a lucky second, on the Group A finals in Taurus Cup. But that time I was probably better prepared relatively than this Golshi. And by better prepared, I mean I lucked out and trained a perfect medium Golshi in the middle of the Cham meet. It's a late race. We're in a bad position. And the others have more stats. This is not looking great. Alright. 5 or 6 lanes. 3 lanes, actually. One more race. One more race. Again, not that I necessarily want to get into the Group A finals, but we have a chance here. Alright, we got a Grass Wonder by Sakura. Only 1 gold recovery. 1133 stamina. I don't know whether or not that's enough, but we'll see. Umapyoi Uwu, what a great name. Alright, we got a pretty powerful Golshi in terms of stats. It doesn't have the acceleration skill, it does have firm conditions. Umapyoi Uwu with the Bofa cooldown McQueen. And a pretty powerful Ogre cap. Looks like 751, 1200 speed. Good recovery skills. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that one. Let's watch. Time is it? Now we have enough time. Try to run front runner on this like an idiot. You need like max stamina and 25 cold recovery skills to make it work. Man. Yeah, I haven't seen a front runner win like once. Alright, slipstream, coast clear. Let's speed this up a bit. Gold's just in a decent position. Go home specialist procs. 5th. Doesn't want to get further up than that. I think she needs V6 actually to proc the unique, right? Oh, we'll see. 8th, falling behind a bit. Unique should be proccing soon. There it is. Tachyon in 2nd might not proc unless she falls behind the Ogre cap. And my goal, she's falling behind. Alrighty, late race, no straightaway spurt. We're kind of cooked. And it looks like Golshi's catching up, and it's just Golshi. Cooldown proc late. Cool. We did not make it into Group A finals. Yay! Yippee! Thank God. Okay. We've been really consistent actually on getting 1 to 2 wins. All right, 2 more entries. We're gonna keep this lineup. Yeah, because the other Tachyon was like never winning. Although, how true is that? Comparing to this Tachyon, this Tachyon has 3 gold recoveries. 1 is Bofa though, so plus the unique. But less power because of standard distance or firm conditions. Also standard distance too. You also have medium straightaways and medium corners. You also have Hefson pace chasers. So honestly, the debuff here is probably more relevant than anything else, considering the other Tachyon was like never getting anything done. Yippee! Yippee! Is Bofa bad? It's a straightaway skill. So, like cooldown. Cooldown is a long straightaway skill. The problem with straightaway skills is they can proc either too early or too late. Neo! Hello, JPZ. So they're less consistent. But I went with them because I don't have a better choice for a 3rd gold recovery for this. We got a debuff for Urara. We'll see some chaos here. It's a lot of stam. It's a lot of stam. That's Naruto Taishin. This is probably our biggest threat. S turf. Make up for the 600 power. These are also not terrible stats. S long. And the other Golshi. More stam than us. Similar speed and power. Also a threat. Alright, let's watch. I can finally catch a stream. How are you, dog boy? I'm caffeine deprived. I'm feeling the effects of caffeine withdrawal, even though I only had a single 12-ounce can of Coke Zero yesterday, which have like 50 milligrams of caffeine. It was like half a cup of coffee. But I don't know. I'm feeling tired. I was messing with I think I mentioned the refrigerator on my Discord. Helping install a refrigerator. There's also an ice maker on that refrigerator, but it needs the water line connected. And there's a valve that is kind of leaking right behind the fridge. So rather than trying to like get a different water line, I think I want to be using that one. But it's been a bit of a headache. It's a bit of a headache. It's not that bad though. Not that bad. And I'm trying to... Oh god. This poor Tachyon, she can't proc her unique. She's gonna die horribly. Hopefully our Golshi can take advantage of the Urara Chaos here, like she did last time. Looks like all the... Oh, we proc cooldown at the right time. But she is getting too far ahead for her unique to proc. But it doesn't matter because unique is meant for her to like get into a good position anyway. She's falling behind though, so... The refrigerant... No, the refrigerator is fine. We just replaced the refrigerator, actually. But, the water line for, well, it's just an ice maker. It doesn't have a water dispenser, but it has an ice maker. Alright, anchors away into 5th. Still behind the other Golshi. It looks like she's catching up. It's a good sign. But yeah. I wouldn't know how to fix anything in the sealed refrigerant system. That's what broke on our last refrigerator, and we had to toss it. Straight away spurt procs. It's good. But it looks like it also procced on the other Golshi. I can still in first, but it looks like the end closers are catching up. Hesitant and closers might give us a chance. Attack and procs are unique, but it's too late. I can't see. It's... We're slightly behind Naruto Taishin, or next to Naruto Taishin. We're behind the other Golshi, though. And I forget who had more speed, but it might be the other one. And we're falling behind the Naruto Taishin as well. Alright. Just a little more. Yep. Oh. Check. How's the internet? I think we're dropping frames. Alright. It's probably similar stats, actually. Might have been the mood difference. Okay. We're still dropping frames. Oh, no. Chat. I am lowering the video bitrate for a second. Dropping frames, I'm aware. Okay, I lowered the bitrate to almost half. So expect poor video quality. But it looks like we're stabilizing, I think. It's kind of fluctuating back and forth. Okay, it's looking like we're hovering at the average, so... OBS. We okay? Are we are we uploading? How are we the #1 fave? That's like a little concerning. Oh, hello. I think we're uploading. Those are some scary stats. I don't know how we're the #1 fave here. Oh boy, that's some stats. All right. Chat, are we back? Are we back or are we not back? How many frames are we dropping? Check. Check. Oh no. Oh no. アグネスタキオン早くも先頭に躍り出た2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはオグリキャップその後34馬身開いてメジロマックイーンそしてその外から行ったのは8番ナイスネイチャー7番ゴールドシップ続いているそのうち並んで3番ナイスネイチャー6番ゴールドシップ外から行く内で2番ゴールドシップ差がなく5番ナイスネイチャー意気揚々と先頭行きますアグネスタキオンどうでしょうこの展開ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが第4コーナーカーブ順位を振り返っていきます先頭は変わらず Are we uploading? Chat! Chat! I see. The frame rate is more than 0. Okay, I'm just not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it. I lowered the bitrate again. Yeah, we're still dropping frames. I have no idea what's happening with my internet. Cooldown looks like a good time for Golshi. Looks like she is behind the other Golshis though. I can't tell, they're all clones. They all look alike. Straight away spur procs. Is she in a good position? Is that on the outside is our Golshi? Opponent's Golshi catching up for the outside. It's... They're decking... Yeah, they're fast. It's already over. Is any of this video getting through? We're still dropping frames, it looks like. Okay. I'm just gonna wait it out then. We'll see. Three Golshi clones together is best. It do be like that. How many frames are we dropping, by the way? Because OBS is still telling me that we're dropping frames. I'm gonna try lowering it even more. Okay, we might have a chance here. I've lowered the bitrate even more. OBS, please. OBS, please. I've lowered the bitrate even more. It looks like we're still dropping frames. This is great. Thanks, internet. And downhill. Go home specialist. Attack out in third. It's ideal for her. Third position is ideal. Pull down there is good. Swing maestro good. Our goal is in a good position. Getting in the late race. Straightaway spurt. This is ideal. Another Golshi fighting for it. It's like we're just slightly pulling away. Heston and closer to help out just a tiny bit. Solidly ahead of him. She's holding out. Yeah, we already know how it stands. Oh! That actually got pretty close with the other Golshi. Yeah, it's the power difference. Yeah, that uphill probably. Ooh. Close. Alright, still looks like we're dropping a bunch of frames. Alright, those are some intimidating stats. So I have to download each time you click on these buttons? That's kind of ridiculous. I can't think of why else you would be able to... You'd have this kind of delay while clicking. Okay. Okay, OBS is finally green. Our bitrate is 3,000 kilobits per second. That's tiny. We might be getting like a really scuffed stream. Let me double check. Okay, I think we're doing okay. Fans watching, do let me know how the stream's going. Okay, and see what happened. Go home specialist. Good. And if OBS is green and I don't see any more internet cutting out, then I think we could raise the bitrate again. I hope. Okay, attack and proxy unique, that's good. Golshi in kind of far back. Second out of the 3 Golshis. Catching up. I'm gonna try raising the bitrate again. I think we're past it. I think we're past the internet being bad. Oh, cooldown procs. Good time. Audio is buggy. Visuals are pixelated. Hold on. Here, after this race, I'm gonna stop streaming and then start streaming again. We'll like pause the stream for a tiny sec. And it's the other Golshi. Yeah. Alright, it's already over. God, knowing how the races works kind of ruins the fun, I feel. Okay, I'm gonna click stop streaming, then we're gonna start streaming again. Twitch stream is stopping. Twitch stream is starting. Failed to connect to stream. Oh no, the Twitch stream is down. Or is it still going? Hold on. Start. Start. Hold on. YouTube, I think we're okay. Check, check, 1, 2. Twitch. There we go. Okay, now we're connected to Twitch. Okay, there we go. I think we're live again. YouTube's won. It's won. He's won. Yeah, I just clicked stop streaming and then start streaming again in OBS. We'll see if that's fixed everything. Well, I mean, not like that would fix everything, because I know it's my internet provider is the real problem. Ugh, every time. Alright, what do we got here? That's an intimidating Golshi. That is basically better stats and everything. And that's another Golshi. Less stam than us. Might still make it. Alright. The game audio is stuttering? Wait. Hold on. Is there no way to restart? Oh well. Hold on, if I do, or is it settings? Is it good? Is it working? Is it okay? Attack gun's in the right spot. I'm not even sure there's much I can do on that end. That would probably be CPU though, wouldn't it? On the audio? On the audio side? Whatever. Whatever. This is what we've been given. This is what we have to deal with. It's the RNG, just like Musume. 6th. We're behind the other Golshi. We hit straightaway spurt. 2nd. And Tacon's in 1st, surprisingly. For now. Alright, our Golshi out in front. See out of the other Golshi. You're definitely not poised to win this given the stats, but hey, we did it. Nice one. Oh, man. Look at that stat difference. There was... The only thing they didn't have was straightaway spurt, but those stats should beat us on paper like every time. Pretty sure. Unless it's the other recovery. They didn't have a second gold recovery. Might have been that. You're good? The game audio stuttering? Hold on. You know, real quick, we could just... Oh, we only have 15 minutes. Real quick, we could just restart the game. Alright, tell me if that works. How's the audio? The game audio, that is. Alright, we'll spend our 30 carats. We'll hit the entry button. We'll hit the race button. Better? Okay, good. Solved. Fixed. Saved. Etc. Oh, we got an Uda. And we kind of got to hurry. Okay. Some of those stats looked pretty solid. And we'll see what happens with the Uda there. Beeline burst! Cooldown proc super early for Ogre. Go home specialist. Clustering the front runners. We're debuffing the poor Urara. Except she's holding somehow. Swing Maestro. Take it away. Golshi in last. Attacking in front. Doesn't mean she can't proc her unique. We don't even proc her acceleration skills. I have no idea what's happening. Well, Taken's getting fast. Cooldown proc's late. Yeah, that was scuffed as hell. That was weird as hell. Alright, great. We'll hurry up. 4 more races. Alright, we got an Naruto Brian with pretty big stats. S long. We got a Golshi with pretty big stats. Less stamina, but 2 gold recoveries. Got a debuffer. We got Seiyun Sky, who might not have enough stamina for front running. Let's see, we got a Golshi with crazy stats. Yeah, these are ones to be afraid of. Oh god. Go, I'm specialist. I didn't see you. Cooldown proc for some people? Alright. Well, if Taken can fall behind the other base chaser, there might be a chance. For her, Golshi in a bad position. Anchors away. Still behind the other Golshis. Slipstream for Tachyon. Straightaway Spurt for Golshi. I didn't even see what happened. Tachyon dying, and the Golshi's ahead of our Golshi. Cooldown proc late, straight recovery proc late. Alright. Watch Seiyun Sky get A for something. Where was she? 7th. In front of the debuffers. Distance between her and the next Golshi. Oh my god. Poor front runners this Gemini Cup. Oh right, because what was it? Final race doesn't happen until like 12 hours after this, right? Well, I guess we'll have to do that in another stream then. We'll see. Did I put finals in the title? Oops, I put the finals in the title. I'm gonna change that. Because this is round 2. And the finals, there's like a matching period until the finals happen. Round 2. Okay, title updated. Saved. Everything's fine. Alright, we got a Golshi. Similar speed, higher power, I think. Straightaway Spurt. We got a Rice Shower with lots of speed, pretty low power. Ogre with decent speed and power. We got Simply Rudolph. Alright. Again, low power, which I'm realizing is like pretty important. We got Simply Rudolph with way more power than speed. I have no idea how well this build does. Iron Will's not a great recovery skill. It's actually one of the worst. Round 3 is about to start. I know. Oh, we got like 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna fast forward through these a bit. I love a little loading in. I love them too. I love the Chibis. They're so good. I watched like a 1 hour long tech talk of from Cygames about the animation system in this game. They basically took all the mocapped animations and they added like some physics sliders to them and recalculated them, so rebaked them for the Chibis. And that's how they got like all the animations to work on the Chibis as well. Because Chibis have giant heads. And if you took normal mocapped animations, then the arms would be like clipping through the head all the time. So they just added colliders and recalculated it. We're looking for straightaway spurt. And it does proc. It's looking great for Golshi here. Our nice nature even procs are unique. But that Ogre has a lot of stats. But we are catching up. Peasant Pace Chasers helps. And we're slowly catching up. The other Golshi coming in on the outside. Cooldown for Teo procs late. Looks like we're going to overtake. Depending on the power here on the uphill. Oh, it's not enough. God, the stats. The stats. What did you even have? By a neck. 1081 and 701. That was actually really close. 3 gold recovers. Okay, well, at least we know we're in the Group B finals. Whee! Triumph Pulse saved her. Oh, right. At 200 meters, right? Alright, we got Golshi in great mood. And I'm not sure who to most be afraid of here. This Golshi has pretty solid stats. Alright, let's watch. Here we go. Late start for Golshi. She's in a decent position. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't proc cooldown in a weird spot. Alright, going specialist. Come on, come on. Oh, we have time. We can watch this at normal speed. First time using special week. Oh my god. Literal Musume, poster child of the game. In Pace Chaser is not letting our Tachyon proc her unique though. Unfortunately. Oh boy. Why is later surger corners called later surger corners? You know what? Golshi, if you can get in front of my Tachyon and let her proc your unique, that would be great. Yeah, like now? Okay, Tachyon, can you proc your unique now? No? Okay. Well, either way, straightaway spurt for Golshi in a great position. Catching up to the Pace Chaser McQueen. Now Tachyon finally procs her unique because it's has to be in a corner, I think? Yeah, it has to be in a corner, that's why. Okay. And we're in first. The other Golshi coming in from the outside. Looks like she's coming in slower though. That was a hesitant end closers though. Tachyon needs to be in 4th. I thought it was 3rd. I thought it was 3rd to 5th and on a corner in the second half of the race, I think. Alright, cooldown procs late. Not that it seems to matter because I think she had enough stamina either way. We're holding, we're holding. And we're chilling. She's chilling. She's walking. She's cruising home. Alrighty. Talking about animations, there's so many AAA games coming out that use pre-made animation assets for character animations that makes everything look so goofy. Me, when I use Musume animations for my 3D animated third-person platformer game. Alright. One more race. 5 minutes. Cheaper and sadder. Man, at AAA, you'd expect the animations to look good. They have literal teams of artists and such. And the animations in Musume definitely look good. From the video I mentioned, I watched from, it's on the Side Games YouTube channel. It's in Japanese, though. But they talk about, what is it? The, so all the animations except the running animations are mocapped. The running animations were like manually authored. Done by artists. Ah. Okay, goal chain last. See, goal home specialist proc there. All right, well, cooldown. Proc's a good time. First position. Swing Maestro. All right, now attacking proxy unique. She was in third. Yeah, it's third to fifth. There's away. It's catching up to the other Golshi though. Okay. All the Golshis. The line of Golshis. My Golshi in the back, unfortunately. No straightaway spurt. No straightaway spurt. Yeah, we don't have the power to accelerate. Slipstream, straightaway recovery. Eken's actually holding her own with my Golshi, but that's because not everything procced. Well, there you go. That wasn't a stamina difference, was it? Let's see. Let's see all the stats. 8 lengths in front. Holy shit. Swing Maestro cooldown, Golem Specialist. Oh, these are really similar stats to us. That's long though, so slightly more speed. But I think it was... Oh, we must not have procced all our stamina skills then. You 919, 1119. And then by a nose to the other Golshi. Oh, okay then. Alright then. Swing Maestro, Bofa. Alright. There we go. 1 win, and we're in the Group B finals. For sure. And then it's the registration period. I'm probably going to go with the same group of 3, but we'll just do our dailies and then... I mean, it's not that much of a stream, but... Alright. Look, it's Kyoto long. Right? Outer, 3,200 meters. Where's my Golshi? It was this one, right? Yeah. Kyoto long. The 10 no-show spring. This time against NPCs. Could get blocked. You never know. Especially with this many racers. But yeah, it's not like we can do the finals race immediately, so it's probably it for stream. It's a short stream, but not like I have that much to do. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do for the actual final stream because it's literally just one race. So it'll probably also be like a really short stream, and then we might do something else. But I don't wanna do something on stream. We'll see. Cooldown procs are a good time. Long corners, anchors away. It's accelerating. Straightaway spurt. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's textbook. McQueen can't keep up. Take that, Granddad. Granddad. That's like nothing, nothing else. No one else on the camera. That's NPC races versus actual PvP races. Alright. Let's just collect our stars. I need those stars. Well, I guess I don't need them, but I want them. But really, I just want Tachyon's outfit, to be honest. That's the thing I most want. Alright. Just don't get blocked. Although considering the last race, we could probably get blocked and still be fine. Cooldown proc's way too early, that probably overflowed. Go Specialist. Dead last. Usual end closer stuff. It's unique. Hopefully not getting blocked. Looks like she might be blocked. She's got a million Umas to get in front of, and if she's not... she doesn't have the space to do it, then that's gonna be a problem. She is not blocked now, but that's quite a distance to catch up to the queen. About the straightaway spurt, but she makes it. She's chilling. Oh my god, look at the distance. 3 lengths this time. Oh, daily sale. Can I please get some Tachyon stars? Nope. I'm gonna buy these though. Okay, bye. Thanks, Tazana. And I'll do our one more McQueen Legend race. Oh, I love clicking on menus and doing dailies and getting dumb rewards. Okay, I'm probably getting a little tired of this game. You know, I might take a break after this stream and then come back maybe tonight. Maybe tonight, or maybe not. We'll see. Alright, she's in an amazing position this time. She's already in front of McQueen. It's too easy. NPC races, am I right? McQueen doesn't even get second. Yep, she's gonna live up to her family name. Okay, so now we have the sign up. I believe if you don't click the sign up, then it just uses the last one you entered with. So we're probably just gonna run these. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be doing any training runs. I'm pretty sure this Tachyon... I'm not entirely sure. But this Tachyon has more stamina, but I'm not sure the stamina is even our problem. When the stamina isn't our problem, then this Tachyon has more power. I guess the wit probably helps too. Despite being built for mediums. And also the Pace Chaser's debuff is gonna actually help us a little bit. But yeah. Alright. Yep. And continue with this one. 40% win rate, exactly. Out of 80 races. Alright. We'll confirm these. And, yep. Yep. They actually fix it so you actually get the titles. 3rd place in Group B does get the silver already. So that's nice. Or rather, Group A. What am I saying? Group B, you get bronze, silver, or gold. But, I mean, we'll hopefully have a better chance against the people there. Alright, and then if I stream that, it's literally just gonna be one race. I don't know what we're gonna do. But it might just be like a really short stream. Mostly for the VOD watchers. Alright, I'll do my team trials. I'll click the buttons. Here. I'll click the buttons. Yay! Yippee! I think that's the same Golshi. Yes, this is the same Golshi I'm running in Chatmate. Because I'm realizing that you do actually have to win in team trials, because even though you get more points for skills, you get the most points just for winning, and if you can't consistently win, then, you know, that's kind of bad. Oh, what's a daily? It's still not a freaking Tachyon star, of course. Who could see this coming? What's good, my Umadashi? Hello, Simbly. Hello. We are in the Group B finals. It is confirmed. We are in the Group B finals. Could not get the 3-win. That's okay. I wasn't really expecting to either way. And this will hopefully give us a better chance of getting more than second. All right. But I still really want these freaking Tachyon stars. That they're so hard to find, man. They're so hard to find, man. Oh, that's our dailies. Hi Neo, hi. Hi Assembly. I'm sorry I stream so infrequently. And this is also probably going to be a pretty short stream because... like there isn't that much to do for Jammeed. It's just a series of races to watch. I mean, what else would it be? 1, 2, 3. Nope. Second for vodka. There's a pretty good mild spec vodka. But I did get her to 3 stars, and this one I trained is still a 2-star. So I should maybe do that, but it's not like her unique procs that often. It's kind of inconsistent. Which also kind of annoys me about the whole like meta of the game is how some skills are just much more consistent than others. And so there's like a very clear meta of which horses are good and which horses are bad. In terms of skill procs. Not that you can't win, it's just, you know, RNGs and averages and all that. Okay, we'll do our 6 whole dailies. I don't know how long the extra daily entries last, but this is my mild vodka. The 2-star one. And she does pretty dang well in these. I even run her front, just because it's an NPC race and she has the stats to do it. But I'm pretty sure she's built for late, yeah. If I was to actually use her in PvP. Which, I should probably change that for team trials. Actually, did I change that for team trials? I should check that. She's swinging Maestro. She's Duty of Dignity calls. And accelerating past the Suzuka. She even have enough stamina? Seems like she started her last spurt late, but she proc swinging Maestro. And it's a mile, so I wouldn't expect it to not do that. Yeah. 3/4 lanes? That's pretty close, actually. Okay, now our mood is awful. Yeah, I did take late searcher corners and also fighter for late searcher skills, so in PvP, I'd be running her late searcher. I guess Team Trials also counts, so I should be doing that. She has yet to lose a single race on Frontrunner. Alright, for your next addiction, Satisfactory or Car Mechanic Sim are good options, but my bias chooses Car Mechanic Sim, because cars are cool. You're so right. Cars are cool, man. God, I wish cars were real. That would be so cool, man. Alright. Now she's in great mood. Alright, we'll watch this because I've got nothing else to do here. Okay, I want to do a little bit more refactoring on my game. The game that I'm not showing you guys because it's secret. Because I don't want to ruin my motivation for working on it. TVH. And then I may or may not stream later tonight. I probably will do at least a very short stream for the Champ Meet Finals. And we might turn that into like a longer stream. Actually, I'll probably keep the stream separate, at least for the YouTube, so the title and thumbnail don't get messed up for like the VOD watchers. Swinging Maestro. Nice. You love to see it. The duty of dignity calls. This vodka's actually a McQueen. She never procs her unique because she's frontrunner. And I should probably double check that. I'm running her late on team trials. Homestretch hasting. She's even faster. She's insane. Ah, yeah. There we go. 8 lames. 8 lames. Man. I'm already bored of career. I hope they release a new scenario or something, or add in the quality of life features, or like add in the freaking features, the updates to the game that the game has gotten on the other servers, various servers. Anyway, there we go. We got, yeah, final round in 12 hours. So we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. We're still in devotion range. Oh no. How did... Wait, we're in class 5? Wait, what? The promotion line's 399... Wait, what? What? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. Let me just double check the vodka. Yeah, we are running her late. Yeah. The one with fighter and late switcher corners. Okay. They're increasing the daily rewards next week to compensate for the accelerated schedule. I haven't even been doing my dailies, man. I've like kind of barely been playing the game. But that's okay. I think I've gotten my $0 for, oh god, 84 hours. I've played this game for 84 hours on Steam alone, not counting the mobile time. I think I've gotten my $0 worth of enjoyment out of the game at this point. Anyway, yeah, I'll continue to enjoy the franchise as a whole. I know Cinderella Grey Season 2 is starting soon. It's a pretty good anime. Hi. Oh wait, that's... Oh wait, I didn't even realize you could go to the... Yeah, story and the other menus from there. Oh my god. I'm looking, I'm staring respectfully. I'm looking. Oh god, she's gonna blind me with her eye beams. Ha, haha. Okay, nice. There was a Japanese pun there. God. Alright. Oh wait, you can even go there. Alright, well. Oh my god, Teo with the bottom of her soul. Alright, amazing. I don't even know what I was doing. What are we doing? Tomorrow will be a really short stream probably for the Gemini Cup Finals, and then I'll like roll that into another stream or something. We'll like have one really short stream for the VOD to stay separate on YouTube, and then we'll do probably Car Mechanic Sim then. I'll get these puns one day, I'll swear. I swear. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. What's he doing? Right. Let me double check what I wanted to do on the game refactoring. Was it? I'm opening up Godot right now. Oh, right. Okay, so there were like some signals that I wanted to change the name of. Okay. Here. So, a small preview of what I've been working on. If you guys remember, there was the ball game that I did like one whole stream doing, and it was just like a ball simulation of some balls falling down in a bunch of pegs. I've reworked it. There's gonna be like the balls spawn at like a chamber in the bottom of the machine, and then there's a lift that takes them to the top, and then they fall down into the goals, and then after they reach the goal, they like cycle through again. And so the goals have different effects, but because of the way I'm changing the system, balls aren't going to be HP anymore. There's going to be a separate HP value, and then balls will maybe be like a secondary win condition if you like destroy the opponent's balls. But this way there'll be like more of an impact early game where you get more balls, and then you can see them having like a big impact. So that's what I've been working on. I've been renaming like the balls in the code to be HP. Laugh at every joke and pray they don't ask if you understood it. Make a game, abandon it, make another game, abandon that, make so many abandoned games your PC crashes every 2 seconds. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Although in this case, I do think... What do I think? I'm trying to make a game that is like manageable enough from both like an art perspective and a game design perspective that it's like doable for me. So that's my reasoning for switching focus so many times. And also just learning more about game making in general and being like, okay, maybe this wasn't what I wanted to do, and maybe my skills aren't at the level that I need to like properly do this kind of game justice. If that makes sense. Really. If you think I'm being dumb and silly, that's fine too. It's fine. It's fine. I guess I've also sort of been thinking about like it's kind of impossible to have the same experience of a thing you're creating as like the person experiencing the work for games or for streaming or whatever. But if it's similar enough to other things that you do like, then you can sort of compare it to it, I guess. The problem is when you spend so much time with a certain thing that you're making that it becomes impossible to experience it the same way as, you know, the one consuming. I was only so specific because I do it all the time. Yeah, it do be like that. But I think if you look at it on like a positive side, right, it's like presumably you're abandoning old projects for a good reason. Like you realize that it wasn't gonna work out or something like that, right? And from what I hear, it's similar like in the actual games industry, in like the non-indie side of games, where there's people who have spent their entire professional career for like a decade working on 99% just games that never get finished, that never launch. And in that case, you're like paying people to make the thing, and then it ends up not being finished for various reasons. I think it's just the nature of like creating a new game that no one's experienced before is something so experimental that you kind of, what's the word? Unless you're sticking very closely to genre conventions, that you know, you might inevitably realize that, okay, this idea is not going to work in any way, and it's going to be like nearly impossible to rework it, so we'll just throw it away. Because I feel like you can kind of tell if something is going to suck, right? Before it comes out, before it's released onto the world. Especially with the people who have spent so much time with it. So, yeah, that's kind of it. You kill your babies, as they say, in the creative process. Yeah, kill the babies. My mindset is I'm bored, time to start a new project I'll never finish. So true. So it might be that too. In that case, maybe you just need to lock in and get your shit together. But in my case, I think if your brain is telling you that there's something wrong with thing that you're working on, then you should listen to that with a grain of salt, but you should use that as input in some way, right? There's probably a reason that your brain is telling you, nah, this isn't going to work out. But if you can figure out what the reason actually is, then that's probably even better to inform your decision making. Or you might just be ADHD, YouTube Shorts brained, and too Zoomer brained to focus on any single thing for too long. In which case, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you got to work on that instead. Not to name any names, or maybe myself, maybe myself included. Man, but I definitely have to spend more, or probably, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely spending way too much time on like social media, doom scrolling, searching for more YouTube videos for just a hint of more dopamine. And I set my phone actually to turn grayscale. And for some reason, I had like a focus mode on my phone that disables most of like social media apps and stuff. So I don't doom scroll while I'm trying to get shit done. And I would just immediately turn it off like every day. It became a habit. And then I changed it so in that mode the phone goes grayscale. And for some reason that was enough to like trick my mind and like, oh wait, I put this on here for a reason. I should probably not turn it off immediately. Most of the time I get so distracted by something small and stupid, my code becomes so spaghetti I make source code look neat. All those videos of like Valve developers going insane by reading like the code comments in Source Engine stuff. Or even like, was it the GTA 5 source code? There was a video looking at through that. I'm making it a point in my mind this time around. Yeah, that's the other thing that probably got out of hand with FPS Survivors was code being shit. As in poorly organized. And that's something I'm trying really hard this time around I saw a number of videos talking about like build a game out of reusable systems, build modular components that can be reused across games. And I was like, oh wait, I should be doing that. And then I spent an afternoon and night playing Satisfactory. I'm like, oh wait, organizing things feels good. I should be doing that with my code too. And I saw another video from the Thronefall developer talking about code architecture in games in general. How, you know, on some level, things need to talk to other things. But what you can do instead is every individual thing is like its own little self-contained module. And then you write additional glue code on top of that. So only like the glue code is what's like making the connections between the things, and you can keep as much complexity inside self-contained things as possible. I have plenty of examples on that game script being doo-doo. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to take like modularity and code reuse pretty seriously now, and going like, okay, there's a good reason why we want to, you know, split this up into a million tiny things and then just weave it all together with like a single game manager script or something. You know, it's nice. It keeps things organized so you can understand it in your limited human brain. It's good. It's good, yeah. And reusable is the other big thing. If you're making an unfinished game project that's never going to see the light of day, at the very least, if you make your systems reusable, then you can share it between projects. And that's something I want to be trying now. I've done like 3 game jam projects, but I kind of said fuck it on all of them and just sort of wrote spaghetti. But that means that it was like really hard to take any valuable code from any of those and reuse it elsewhere. So I'm trying to make reusable systems now. Trying to do the thing I probably should have been doing the whole time. That kind of stuck where I can't stop playing it. Nice. A fun kind of suck. It just works. It just works. Oh, why did I put my water bottle on my desk? Okay. Everything else I want to say? I'm trying to be less Menhero. At the very least, I'm trying to be less Menhero on stream. I feel like it doesn't help anyone to be too down about things. Not that I'm like a perfect, immaculate being who never feels pain or anything like that, but I'm feeling like the stream's probably a place for people to be chill and have fun and relax and not want to deal with like the pressures of the world. It's okay. No, it's not okay. I have to be optimizing every little aspect that I can in order to make the stream an engaging and appealing experience for the viewers, because that is what impacts the bottom line, and I have no concept of expressing myself artistically. I only care about views and numbers. But I guess I want to find that balance. And I think overall, you know, being too negative is probably going to bring things down in various ways. If you love me, let me go. Let go, Neo. I'm letting go. You have to wake up. The accident was 10 years ago. You have to forgive yourself. It was an accident. I have to say, letting the on damage effects able to be activated by the on kill effects was a major oversight. Oh right. Part of that was intentional. You know how like in Risk of Rain, almost every item can proc other items, but it's probably not tuned very well in terms of you can set up a ridiculous chain reaction maybe a bit too easily. In Risk of Rain, you have like the proc coefficients, so you know, 1 ukulele plus 1 ATG missile, they are gonna proc each other and trigger each other and spawn a ton of shit, but it's not gonna get too out of hand. And there's also, I think there's limitations on was it if an item's already used in like a proc chain, then it can't actually like self propagate or something like that. I forget how it exactly works in Risk of Rain. It might just be that they tune the numbers so that it doesn't proc forever. And I actually implemented a similar system. Video. Yeah. I implemented a similar system for proc coefficients. I'm not sure if I coded it perfectly or if I just forgot to balance a number of things in terms of proc coefficients, but it exists in there somewhere. Okay. What else? Next stream tomorrow, really short stream for Gemini Cup Finals, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably Mechanic Simulator. Car Mechanic Simulator. Who doesn't love cars? People who don't like cars. Okay, if you don't like cars, then too bad. I'm sorry. Maybe you can enjoy the yapping or something. I don't know. Yeah. I'm more convinced that like there's not really much benefit to me being depresso on stream. Unless I can turn it into something entertaining and funny, but I think in general, I feel better, and probably the stream vibe is better if I'm feeling better and if my mood is up. Hence, Musume style, I need to be managing my mood. I need to be hitting that recreation button, you know? Landmine boy. No, don't call me that. Don't call me Jidaike. Let's have the sphere of damage activate the grenade on damage, and the explosion of the grenade activates the damage sphere. That loop is totally fun. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Does Risk of Rain have a system where, like, okay, ukulele procs ATG missile and then ATG missile hits something? Did they, like, hard code it so, like, if in that chain of procs, the ATG missile that was procced by the ukulele can't reproc the ukulele? Or did they just adjust the damage or like the proc coefficients so that that never happens? Should I just look this up? Risk of Rain proc coefficient. I should know this because that was basically what I was basing on the game on. Proc coefficient, factor by which an item's effect trigger chance duration, any combination of 3 is scaled, multiplied. Let's use nail gun. Example 1. One tri-tip dagger. I guess more proc chains than coefficients. How does this work? There's probably like a number of YouTube videos on it. Skills, effects, linear, stacking, proc coefficients. Proc. The proc word. Proc. How does this work? Oh my god. Rate at which item triggers another. Changes widely. Starting the process over again until no enemies left near you. Pretty sure there's nothing like stopping. Hold on. Proc chain? Risk of Rain? How proc chains work? Hold on. Oh my god. I found a lengthy ass Reddit post. Hold up. Oh yeah, check this shit out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be time. Thank you, doggy boy. I need to Neomax now. Neomax now. Oh no. Oh no, I was gonna end stream. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. How's it work? TLDR, just read it. Fucking skill issue. Read the whole freaking post. What are you doing? Proc coefficient X%. Okay, what's a proc chain? Some items have their own proc coefficient. They can proc other items. If those other items also have a proc coefficient, then the chain can continue. Our proc chains of poison. Okay. What are the parts of proc chain? Entry point. Yep. Chain body. Any proc effect that has a proc coefficient can function as a branch. Ukulele, ATG, missile, meat hook. All chain bodies have their own damage multipliers. They have their own proc coefficients. Chain bodies can link to more chain bodies. Payloads. So the ends of proc chains, items that don't have a proc coefficient, but they deal damage. Like sticky bomb, like tri-tip dagger. Proc hierarchy. A chain body is not able to proc itself or any of its direct predecessors. Okay. You shoot your Hunter's main attack, proxy ukulele, ATG missile. The ukulele bounces to another enemy, and the ATG also hits an enemy. For both of these attacks, there are no direct predecessors. The missile is free to proc anything it wants other than more missiles. The ukulele is free to proc anything it wants other than more ukulele. High random perv. Jams for chat's amusement. Oh god, what's a Smiling Friends bit? The guy, was it was the Shrimpina episode where there's the guy, you voted for this. It's a new character. It's on the show forever. Oh man, I forgot how the bit goes. What's the sorcery? I think the thing I'm missing here is direct predecessors can't be procced. So is it? Okay, the missile applies a meat hook and a ukulele. The meat hook is free to proc any items except for missiles, the direct predecessor, and more meat hooks itself. It can still apply ukulele. Okay, so you don't need to keep track of every single item in the proc chain, but the item can't trigger itself or the item that triggered it. So you spawn an ATG, the ATG hits something, the missile can proc anything other than it wants. Now that missile procs a meat hook and a ukulele. Both those meat hooks and ukulele can proc any items except for missiles, the one that triggered it, and itself, meat hooks. So the thing that my game is missing is this part of the proc chain thing, where it can't trigger the item that triggered it, that last triggered it. So all you need to keep track of is like the item that triggered the last item. So that's what's missing in my game relative to like the risk of rain formula. Is this Neo telling us that the missile knows where it is by knowing where it's not? The missile knows where it is by subtracting the from where it's not. Stop. Blah. 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 Okay. Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's why it's so easy to break FPS survivors, but for risk of rain, you need to get like a couple more items. You get a couple more items. Also, proc chance usually doesn't scale for a lot of items for, well, performance reasons mostly. I remember when they changed Sticky Bomb. I got Risk of Rain 2 like super early in early access when they did like the 2-for-1 bundle. And it was in the days when Sticky Bomb was the most OP item in the game because it scaled both in proc chance and damage. So you just get like a million Sticky Bombs and it deals a shitload of damage. And it procs every time you hit something. And now I think what they did, they made it so it doesn't scale damage. So it just scales proc chance and then it caps out at some point, depending on the proc coefficient of the thing that you're using. And there's a lot of stuff to say about Risk of Rain. I haven't even played the game in like a billion years. I know Gearbox has been working on the next DLC. I never picked up the other DLC though. Yeah, Secrets of the Storm. Actually, speaking of, I never picked up Binding of Isaac Repentance. It's been on sale a few times. I see they're still updating. I'm still like watching videos occasionally on Repentance on Binding of Isaac. And I haven't even played the game like since Afterbirth. And I never picked up Repentance DLC. But I still watch it. It's fun. Classic roguelike. I mean, Isaac literally popularized the modern roguelike formula, basically, right? I remember I like made a game, like a text-based game, way back in the day as like a coding project. That was like sort of inspired by Binding of Isaac. It had like a room generation system. The room system was super simple. All there could be was like an enemy in there or like an item in there. But yeah, I literally made like a semi-randomly generated dungeon crawler text-based thing that was sort of based on like Binding of Isaac. I love picking 1 of 3 items. I love picking between 1 of 3 choices. Although in Binding of Isaac, there's really not as many choices compared to like every roguelike nowadays. You get a choice of 1 of 3 things. And I wonder how much that was Slay the Spire's influence. But yeah. Dang, I had the Steam banner open, the Steam library page open for Musume. I was just admiring Fuji Kiseki on the Steam banner art for Musume in her racewear. God, that design is crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy, man. That would get you banned on Twitch. Fuji Kiseki's cleavage, I'm pretty sure, does not follow Twitch guidelines. Oh, God. So yeah. What was it? God, the Twitch guidelines are still so weirdly enforced because like was it VR chat is like a game, so it's considered a game, and so your avatar in the game, you know, it can follow looser guidelines. But then if you're a VTuber, even if you're using like a 3D software that might literally be VR chat, then it's different. Not that it matters for me because it's not like I have big badonkadonks. Wait, no, I have big bazongadonks. What the hell am I saying? Anyway, yeah, various things in the works. I want to make I'm trying to come up with a new outfit actually for the low poly model that I want to make in the future that I still haven't like done anything yet. I should probably be sketching some stuff out, but I'm kind of just waiting on the pen to come in so I can actually use my drawing tablet. His next Twitch model is going to be Mr. Saki. No. No. But I want to try and come up with a new outfit, and I've been seeing was it people are Raimi's been posting some stuff about her new model on Discord. I've been following the discussions there, and it's like I want outfit. I want to make this jacket or something at least slightly more unique. I'm not sure. Probably going to keep the t-shirt at least. I just think that, like, in general, though, the reason so many VTuber designs have, like, a jacket or something is probably because it works, right? It adds the visual interest there. It's a way to add more detail there, right? And a big jacket usually looks good and is at least somewhat cute for moe anime characters, right? What if I do, like, you know, tachyon sleeves? In Musume, what if I do the oversized jacket thing? Probably not though. I don't know what I want. I was actually thinking like a collared shirt, maybe like a button up, like one of those Hawaiian shirts. But probably not that. But like with I like the color scheme though of the black and pink, so it'll probably be like black with pink highlights. We'll see. I think I want to do the tail to try out different designs in it because, I don't know, feels a little goofy. I'm not sure what to do there, actually. Every VTuber model, jacket, animal theme, jiggle physics, yeah, I want the hair to bounce. I want more bounce on the hair. Hold on, there's an artist. Where is he? At Eskevi. Here, it's this person. What the heck? Okay, don't show me anything weird. Just look at the physics on these. I guess there's not much physics here besides the ahoge, the ears, the bangs too. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Oh my god, there's so much tachyon. This person really likes tachyon. But I want hair physics. Look at this. Look at this hair physics. Oh wait, I'm blocking the whole freaking screen. Look at this. Look at these physics. I want physics like that. I guess I already have some. But like, I want more. I want it bouncing up and down. Neo confessing his lust of Minaj by outfit. Minaj? Nicki Minaj? How did that enter the conversation? Hair physics. Totally hair physics. Physics for hair. Yeah. Yeah, physics for hair. Oh, and the tail too, probably. I don't know what else to put there. Do I need a hair accessory? I don't know. I am still supposed to be a guy, right? So I don't know. I don't know. This would be an ear accessory. An earring. I have no idea. Cute. I know. This guy is so good, man. This guy's art is so good. At Eskevi. Anyway. You, a guy, debatable? Debatable. Alright, whatever you want. Whatever you want to call me, man. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it, but I'm still gonna think of myself as a guy, though. Hair... Yeah, physics. I guess that's another reason why I do want, like, a puffy jacket, right? It's more physics. More physics. More things to move around and create visual interest. Like, look at this tassel on the... I don't even know what that's supposed to connect to. I don't even know what that's supposed to connect to. But look, it adds physics. It has physics. It looks good. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What the dogs smell like. Dog. Art can go in two directions. One direction is filmmaking, and the other... Wow. Neo's what we call a bed warmer. One direction. You're insecure. Don't know what for. Did you see that one edit, that like YouTube poop version of that song? I was like, you're insecure. You're insecure. You're insecure. The whole song is in you're insecure. Maybe you like... Oh god. Now I feel old. What else? What am I doing? Is it bad to be like to follow the norm of like every single VTuber model ever and do okay jacket, the funny strap thing? I don't even know. Edit, I thought that song was just Gaslighting 101. No. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's like... Brain wants to come up with something different and unique so you can stand out, but Brain is also like, okay, there's like genuinely good reasons why this thing is the norm. It's like when thinking about, I don't know, video games, right? If you're trying to come up with a new game idea, and then you realize, oh, there's a good reason why every game in the genre is like this. Right? There's a reason these mechanics work together in the way they do and they just work. No overthinking. Shh. Shush. 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 Another VTuber's claimed by Musume Rip Neo. Hi, Chris Tooley. Hi. It's never wrong for you to go with the flow. Just ask any German in the 1920s to 1940s. Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's a great idea. We should just follow what everyone else is doing and follow trends. You know, one idea I had. Since I'm Neopolino, right? I should do a black trench coat. Get it? Cause the Matrix, cause it's the Neo in the Matrix. Yeah, it's the Matrix. We should do a Matrix jacket. Austria reject no aspiring painters. Don't worry about it. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that bit would be funny for like, I don't know, one stream, and then I don't know what I do with it. One model should just be a bowl of Neo ice cream with some dog ears. Oh wait, there's that one model. I mean, I have it. It comes with VTube Studio, so. Where is it? Here it is. This model. Are you saying I should make like a Neo version of this model? Oh, in this case, the joke was like Juan Kosova, right? So Get it? Longo. What the? Oh my god. There was a lid included in this? How to? What is this tied to? Wait. What? Oh my god, this like changing, blowing my mind. That'd be cheaper to edit than new model. Well, I know what like the permissions are for doing something like that. I mean, I could just like recolor it probably, right? I can see Neo rocking the Matrix shades. Yeah, trench coat, black trench coat, shades. Don't come to school tomorrow. What else we got? Oh right, I have that one Jane model from ZZZ. That was like free, and this one has the tongue tracking, right? The one reason I kind of just happened to get a hand-me-down iPhone, so hot. That's a man, dude. That's a dude piloting a female VTuber avatar. Although honestly, I'm seeing why the you guys know how there's a lot of like there's male VTubers who have like a mascot character, and then like there's like a cute anime girl holding the mascot character. I'm like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, that's actually like a really elegant way to to be a male VTuber, but also have like pretty anime girl to look at, right? And it doesn't like break the immersion or the feeling. It doesn't feel as weird as just being a Bobby Niku. Not that there's anything wrong with being a Bobby Niku, but in terms of like general audience appeal, I can see how that works out. Rat dance. Neo's a mascot to the anime girl. Oh no, new Neo model. Neo is reduced to a single pixel on the screen, and it's now just a cute anime girl. There you go. We found out how to maximize audience retention with this. You look like you're about to tell your friend not to come to school tomorrow, man. Charlie from Smiling Friends. I love that quote. Oh man. We were talking about the Shrimpian episode earlier, weren't we? The day the world finds peace is when Neo gets a Gamer Subs anime cup. Yeah, just wait like 10 years or something. 10 billion years. It should be as Neo the lapdog. Neo's the lapdog to a snoozing giantess. Me curled up on anime girl thighs. Okay. Noted. Okay, did I mention that I got a bug zapper? So like all yesterday I was still getting bit. It's like, God, there's still mosquitoes in this freaking household. So I adjusted the positioning of the bug zapper and turned it on overnight. I heard one zap, and I was not bothered by bugs for the rest of the night. It's like, wow, it was really just one. God damn. Don't act like that wouldn't sell. Are you suggesting to me to lean into that specific fantasy? But not even with me being the target, with me being like the object of attention, but with like some random OC that I draw or find or make or something. Every time I try making a game of any genre, I always find myself turning it into an FPS. America? Oh no, you're the target? Oh no. Oh no. That's a rather specific genre, don't you think? Wait, so if 10% of the population is gay, What are the statistics on bisexual people? Just asking for a friend. Just curious. Well, Neo's stuck on the giantess level. She naps, so Neo has to entertain her. The streams to shake off the boredom. Gay. 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 What's that other meme? Why are you gay? I maintain bisexuality is closer to 25%. 20, like including gay or like excluding gay? I mean, not that would make a significant difference considering like 90 versus 100%, but like 25% including the percentage that is gay, or 25% excluding the percentage that is gay? Including the percentage that's gay. So 10% of the so by your guess, 10% of the population is gay. An additional 15% on top of that is bisexual. I could believe that. I have no idea what the actual statistics are though. This is important research. This is market research. This is a very important study for my for my purposes. Anyway, I still want, I don't know, something that looks cool, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like anything that looks cool is probably going to be pretty similar to something that already exists. But that's probably fine. And especially if I'm leaning into like the tech aspect, the game development side of things and coding side of things, then you're kind of inevitably going to look at like techwear, which is a really popular theme in like VTuber avatars. But honestly, I kind of fuck with the aesthetic. I kind of like it anyway, so you might be going that direction. I'm probably gonna try and come up with at least a few different ideas for like an outfit, and then we'll like narrow it down from there. Anyway, things for the future that we're not gonna get to immediately, probably. Gay direction? No! I found my old Windows XP PC tower. What should be the first thing I do on it once I buy the proper cords? Well, first, don't connect it to the internet. Yeah, maybe don't connect it to the internet for safety purposes. Or you could like run a virtual machine. But yeah, you should play the pinball game, Space Pinball. You should play Space Pinball. That's what you should play. Love that game. Looks so cool. Anyway. God, what even are good outfits? I feel like male fashion is relatively limited compared to female fashion, but there's still a decent amount of ways you could go with it. And when you're looking in the realm of like anime character designs where you could literally be anything, then you kind of have a lot more of a range to go with, but I'm not sure any would actually fit with like my what I'm supposed to be, what I'm trying to be. So don't be surprised if I do the techwear thing inevitably. I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, honestly, this jacket already on the Chibi model is kind of tech-weary, right? You got the thing, the buckle, like the plastic buckle thing that I don't know where it connects. These flap things, literal strawberry emoji. I forget which strawberry emoji that is that I took. You got the seams of pixels. Pixels, yummy. Female fashion, I don't fucking know. Male fashion, shirt, pants, shoes. Yeah, I'm gonna wear... I'm gonna innovate. I'm gonna wear not shirt. I'm gonna wear not pants. I'm gonna wear not shoes. I am totally unique. B kind of goes with like game development too, right? You want a game that is, I guess, in general, with like ideas, you're trying to make something that is new enough to be interesting to someone else, but familiar enough that it's not like too out there and alien, right? So really, instead of thinking like, okay, how can we do something completely different from like, ooh, techwear, ooh, VTuber wears a jacket or has animal ears or whatever, should probably be thinking of it like, okay, how do we take existing thing in a way that's familiar, but then like remix it just enough to make it our own thing, make it unique, right? No clothes. I'm gonna innovate. I'm gonna be new. We're just gonna do the panty and stocking transformation sequence. You know, goes with my ideas of an ice cream dog stuck on a napping giantess lap. He can pick random accessories to add on for visual distinction. I'm gonna fill the screen with random physics enabled jingling bits. We're gonna add keys here on this tassel thing, this what do you even call it, buckle, plastic buckle. We're gonna replace that with jingling keys. It'll literally be jingling keys, and you'll have jingling keys on your screen forever. We're gonna make an ASMR VTuber. It's just gonna be filled with like satisfying physics simulations. You can, I could. You can do whatever you want. This is the virtual world. If you can think it up and code it, you can make it. You can draw it. I need the Uni Godot basic test map of background objects that have physics. Oh yeah, we should replace the the Bliss wallpaper, the XP hill. We should do the Unity Godot default skybox. Yeah, that's a great idea. Although I kind of want to do something more like retro CGI. You know what brings me back is like the old Roblox skyboxes. That reminds me of an era, because I basically spent my whole life on Roblox for like from like 2008 for at least a couple of years. A wee young lad at the time. Man. Okay. I still haven't like formally decided on any of these things, but I've got ideas floating in my head. I've got things. What if we do like a liquid physics simulation, you know? Okay, thank you. I can't tell if you're a bot or not, but that's a suspicious message. Hi, okay, yeah, thanks. That answers so many questions. Neil spent so much time on Roblox. Oh, I thought you were gonna say, my bad. I thought you were saying that I spent money on Roblox. I didn't, because I was a kid and I had no monies. And I was not gonna ask my parents to pay for like a $7 a month membership. I forget how much the Builders Club was back then. But now it's all made of like microtransactions and buying tiny bits of Robux, right? I never played Roblox. I was too busy in Halo, Doom 3, and Burnout. Those are good games. Although I only played Burnout of the three. Halo a couple times at friends' houses. As an adult who has no monies. I have monies. I just choose not to spend. For various reasons. You know what it is? You know what it's like in a video game, right? You have consumables and you're saving those consumables for later when you might need them later. Except in this case, the consumables can be invested into assets that give you more consumables later. That's how I see saving for retirement and beyond, I guess. Except then you beat the game and you have all the stuff saved up and you have nothing to use it on. Not on the difficulty I play on. Yeah. You gotta spend the things. You gotta spend where necessary. Like on Coke Zeros or something. I'm trying not to get too addicted to it. I'm trying to limit myself maybe to less than one a day. Because at that rate, then I kind of have to buy like 2 to 3 cases of Coke Zero every month, and that's probably gonna I'd rather not. You have money because you don't spend it. I had money because I spent it. We're not the same. On the difficulties I play on, you burn your consumable buffs before the fight even starts. Well, that's just good game design, is it not? Coke Zero is just too good. God, I feel bad shilling for Coke Zero more than I feel good. Okay, I feel bad when I shill Coke Zero, but then I feel less bad when I shill Costco. Because Costco, I think, is valuable, but like buying soda is maybe less valuable. You can live off of groceries, but you don't need soda to live. Just gonna say Neo shills for Costco. I do it for free. It's even worse than shilling. I do it for free. I do it for free. I'm not even being paid by Costco. I don't like Coke or Pepsi. I prefer Moxie. What the heck is Moxie? Here, let me switch the Twitch category to just chatting. Moxie. How have I never heard of this brand? Or is it like a regional thing? It is a regional thing. It's a regional thing. I've doxed myself as not being from that region. Well, I've never heard of Moxie. That clearly means that I did not grow up in the New England states. The main soft drink they defend. It's a regional dialect. Oh yeah, what region? Upstate New York. Really? Well, I'm from Utica and I've never heard of the phrase. The soda Moxie. I'm from Maine. Every shelf is Moxie. Neat. I've never been. I think I have family there. It's from the Coca-Cola company? Why is it? If it's made by Coca-Cola, why do they continue to keep it only in that region? I don't get it. Or did they just buy it at some point? Or is it 1962? Sugar-free Moxie. Purchased in 1966 by the Monarch Beverage Company of Atlanta. In 2007. Here, I have the... It's my... There you go. In 2007... Monarch sold it to his previous owner, Cornucopia Beverages of Bedford, New Hampshire, which is owned by Coca-Cola. Bottling company of Northern New England. Okay. Which is a subsidiary, Okay. A subsidiary of the Kirin Brewing Company, which is a subsidiary of Kirin Company Limited, which is a subsidiary of Kirin Holdings Company Limited, based on Tokyo, Japan. Wait, so this Coca-Cola bottling company, it was not owned by Coca-Cola? What the hell? The Coca-Cola company does not own an interest, as the company is 100% owned by Japan-based Kirin Brewery until 2018 also owned the rights to the Moxie soft drink. Okay, so they bought it in 2018, effectively? Okay, so it's owned by the Coca-Cola bottling company of Northern New England, which is not owned by Coca-Cola. Is not owned by Coca-Cola, and then in 2018 Coca-Cola buys it from the Coca-Cola bottling company, which again is not owned by Coca-Cola. That's so funny. It's owned brand until Coke bought in like 2020. The main reasons: refused to let it out. During 2020, whenever suffered lack of TP, main suffered lack of Moxie. Oh my god. Hold on, can I buy this? It is on it. That is way too expensive, though. That's absurd. 24 pack is $50 on Amazon. What the hell? A 12-pack is $28 on Amazon? Okay, I guess I'm never buying this. Box of Maine. Oh yeah, that's like $28. I guess it's the shipping cost. Yay. Yippee. Woohoo. Okay. There's a Moxie energy drink, a variety of old New England seltzers. The energy drink is citrus based. Moxie ice cream is seasonally available in Maine in limited quantities. Moxie is used as a cooking additive by chefs. Huh. Wait, the term Moxie, which derives from the drink name. The word Moxie comes from the name brand of this soda. Are you kidding me? The word Moxie comes from this soda. Oh my god. That's wild. The first sip of Moxie is like Mike Tyson punching you in the jaw of carbonation. Oh my god. What the hell? Here, I'm gonna look up like Moxie soda. Is Moxie really that bad? What is Moxie soda and why is it famous? Moxie, the soft drink with Moxie. How to make Moxie soda. What? They made a coffee cat recipe or something? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I'm probably not gonna spend like $28 on a 12-pack of soda when a Coke Zero is like less than $5. But I will keep it in mind. It's not bad, it's amazing. The fun part is the pain. Fun. Nice. Yeah, I'm down for trying soda, just not at that price. Oh god, I just popped my back. Like a billion times. Okay. I think we've yapped for enough. I've been streaming for like, what, 2 hours now or something? I've got a bit of refactoring I want to do. I forget what else we're doing. Did you do the Gemini? Oh wait, sorry, I just saw your Twitch chat. Hi, Larry the Gato. Yeah, we're definitely in Group B. We're in Group B for the finals. We got a number of 2-win victories. We got a one-win victory, all for my Golshi. My Golshi was like the only competitive ace that I had. But yeah, I'll do like a really short stream for why is my bitrate unstable? I'll do like a really short stream for tomorrow for the finals, and then I'll probably like switch it up with another game or something. But yeah. Maine likes to hoard the soda, so they raise prices for out of states. That's why it's so expensive. Okay. Well, in Maine the price is cheap. Okay, so if I happen to be in Maine, then I should look out for like an affordable price to buy Moxie soda. Just to try it. Alrighty. Noted. But yeah. Yeah, $28 for a 12-pack, that's like it's like $3, $2 to $3 a can. It's like, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. But when you compare it to like you go out to eat and then you order a drink, I guess depending on the place. Depending on the place. Anyway. Yeah, are we done? Do I have anything else to say about soda? Do you guys have anything to keep me distracted with? Or can I get to... I think I'll just do a little bit of refactoring on the game and then I'll take a break or something. Actually, what am I saying? I can do more work. I can spend more time coding. You should play a game. Nah, I think I'm good. Also, it's kind of warm in here. Oh, that's because I keep the windows closed, also because it's kind of warm. Northern Maine's full of rich losers who want visitors because that's their paycheck, but Southern/Central Maine, we hate visitors. Northern Maine has a funny accent. Central/South have less accent. Can you recommend me, like, hypothetically, if I were to go to Maine, could you recommend me like good restaurants to eat at? Good like a good deal on lobster rolls or something? There's like the Maine style and there's like the New England. Wait, but Maine is part of New England. Was it? Why? Yeah. Why are there two styles of lobster rolls? There's like the mayo style. And there's like the butter style, right? Not that I have the budget to be eating lobster every day. But yeah, hypothetically, if I were on a trip or something, then maybe. The main style is just the fact that our lobster is actually fresh. Oh, that's why. I wasn't having fresh lobster. Whatever. Okay. Man, butter's good though. Neo defends the McLobster meals. The McLobster meals. Was that a thing? You're genuinely making me curious. No way. There was a McLobster. Wait. Most in Maine have. This is real? This is real? What? No. No way. What? Hold on. McLobster was an American seasonal sandwich at McDonald's. It was only available in Atlantic Canada and the New England regions during the summer when lobster was abundant. The McLobster was a lobster roll served in a hot dog bun with lobster, quote-unquote, lobster sauce and shredded lettuce. Introduced in 1993, the product faced supply issues, was not very profitable nationally, making one of McDonald's failed menu items and did not really exist anymore. However, a similar item known as the lobster roll can still be purchased at select locations along the U.S. East Coast and Atlantic Canada states/provinces such as Nova Scotia, Maine, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. So they still sell lobster rolls in the Northeast? Oh my god. That's crazy. I don't think that's happening right now. This was a thing back like close to 10 years ago in all of New England other than Vermont, of course. It's a Canadian ad. Canada. McDonald's in Canada has a maple leaf in the M. Wait. How am I finding this out for the first time? Curious Neo, that was a thing. Instead of catching the lobster and delivering it across country, we capture it and eat it. Oh my god, you guys got it figured out. You cut out the middleman. By simply being geographically located next to the actual source of the ingredient. Damn. One McDonald's Old Saybrook, Connecticut, they used to make them. On Route 1. I like McDonald's despite myself, and I like lobster, and I don't think I would order this. Man. I mean, since we're talking about lobster, I'm sure you guys probably all know the story, right? But how like lobster was like a super poor person food until they realized that it tastes good. It was something like lobster was super abundant, but like most people had access to like the not fresh lobster. But then like fresh lobster became the expensive ingredient food, right? It was a prisoner food till someone boiled one alive. Yeah. They fed it to the prisoners and it was like super cheap, and then it became like the super luxury fancy food. Like how chicken wings are going expensive. Chicken wings are like now way more expensive than they used to be. The best lobster rolls come from the restaurants that are next to the water, because 9 times out of 10 they capture them lobsters in the exact same water. All right, noted. Lobster was a poor man's who could support were fishermen until the rich found out it tasted good with butter. The reason people figured lobster was bad because when you kill a lobster, it releases a chemical that instantly starts rotting it. Ah, that's why. You gotta do you gotta boil him alive. You gotta make him suffer a bit for your tasting food enjoyment. Oh, oops, I moved my desk a bit. What is it? There's what was I gonna say? I always see the people asking and like searching online is like, okay, do lobsters feel pain? Do the fish feel pain when you boil them alive? And I feel like if you're worried about that, then maybe you shouldn't be boiling animals alive to eat them in the optimal tasting way. The other option is like you kill them right before you drop them in the water, right? How much does that affect the flavor though? Man, this is fucked up to think about. But also kind of a fact of reality of the way that we cook lobster and crab and stuff. Flavor is important for food. Dogs should know this. As a young child, every Friday I would come home with at least 6 lobsters in the bathtub. This always meant we were having lobster that night. Oh my god, you had the lobster bath water. Lobster bath water. There's no Geneva checklist for bugs. Sea bugs included. They are sea bugs. They are sea bugs. But I can't imagine it feels good to for them to be boiled alive. But I guess if you're gonna worry about that, then, you know, there's all sorts of other things you could worry about in the meat industry. And I'm gonna acknowledge and be aware of stuff like that, but I'm not gonna change my lifestyle as a result, unfortunately. They won't survive very long. Have scientists actually like measured that? Like how long does it? This is so morbid. How long does it take a lobster to die from being boiled alive? Oh god. This reminds me of that one ethics class I took where we read that one essay from the guy who said that we should be donating all of our wealth to people who are suffering in developing countries, or like making arguments in favor of veganism based on like the less savory aspects of the meat industry. They did actually, if it's a rolling boil, they die in 0.0243 seconds faster than nerves can signal the brain. Is that true? Or did they just like selectively pick the statistics to make us feel better about boiling lobsters alive? The only downside is my mother is definitely allergic to lobster, so every March 15th we have to EpiPen on standby. Oh no! We have to make sacrifices for some things. But yeah, man, lobster's good though. I love seafood. I love crab. I love lobster, even though it's like the most expensive thing. That's what the article said, so obviously cherry picked, but I don't care. Did they like calculate averages of like how long a lobster can, because you know it's gonna have some variance, right? How long does a lobster live while boiled? How quickly do lobsters and crabs get killed in boiling water? Kill them with a knife strike first. I would say they're gone in under 15 seconds. Yeah, I think the longest I've been in boiling water is like 8 seconds. Oh, they are not lol, they suffer for minutes. No, they lose consciousness in a second or two and die a few seconds after that. Their nervous system can still be active for up to 45 seconds, making them seem alive. However, the boiling water doesn't instantly cause their organs to fall apart, including the brain. It may only take a few seconds. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. I'm still gonna eat lobster though, but this is fucked up. I have no respect for bugs. Okay. So we'll just give it the benefit of the doubt and assume that they're gonna die as fast as possible. I am reminded of the frog Al Gore described in An Inconvenient Truth. Wait, he does the frog thing? This guy? When I was a kid, my mom would cook a pot full and you would hear them wiggling, but the heavy iron frying pan in top kept them inside. On advice from an outdoor enthusiast, I started cooking them slowly, gently turning up the heat. They adjust and don't seem to struggle. Works great, except I'm reminded of the frog Al Gore described in An Inconvenient Truth. Neat. Great. The frog not jumping out of gradually heating water is an urban legend, a myth, a metaphor. It's a half-truth. It only applies to frogs who've had a certain part of their brain removed. No, it isn't any healthy frog, any animal. I'll be able to sense when the water they're getting in is too hot. Wait, I remember hearing this tidbit somewhere about like the study that found that frogs don't jump out of boiling water when you heat it up really slowly. They had like parts of their brain removed or something. If you put a live lobster into rapidly boiling water, it squirms for a few seconds, less than 10 almost always, and goes into shock. It dies soon thereafter, but in shock doesn't feel the pain just like humans. Lobsters do not have an autonomic nervous system, so they do not go into shock. They feel everything. Oh, great. Oh, great. How much pain and distress does a lobster feel when it's scooped up off the ocean floor by a predator and dies even slower inside the predator's stomach if it's swallowed whole? Both aren't great ways to die, but just thinking about how horrific deaths a lot of other animals go through by being preyed upon by other animals almost makes boiling seem better. That's a pretty reasonable argument, I feel. You know, that does make me feel slightly better about the thought of like boiling lobsters alive. If you think a restaurant that originates from Maine sucks, that's just because you didn't have it in Maine. Al Gore said we'd have no show by 2018. He's full of crap. If you want a good Maine original restaurant, go to Governor's. They make the best Reubens, and my local one has a mini train track that circles the entire restaurant. Yo! I love Reubens. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. On the Maine trip that I'll totally take at some point in the future. Probably not, though. But I'll definitely try, if I ever do go to Maine, I'll definitely try Moxie soda, and I'll definitely maybe try a Reuben from Governor's. I do love Reubens. So can you just like prick the brainstem like they do like the Japanese fishermen do for like other fish to like kill them? Right? How long is a lobster alive for when you start cooking it? Quora. Embedded software engineer. No way. These are the real software engineering questions we have to be asking. So I start by killing lobster, usually using an ice pick. People who are squeamish put them in the freezer for just a few minutes and right into the boiling water. Put a lobster head first. This kills them within seconds. I worked in a fancy seafood place for a while. That kitchen was the worst hellhole. Gordon Ramsay is a joke, so are all the inspection services. Oh my god. I was used to working in mob-run places by then, but this is my first fancy joint. Entrees consisting of 1 lobster ravioli for $15 in the 90s. Okay. I killed endless lobsters there and endless crabs. Crabs are so dumb they eat their own brains when you rip the top shell off and toss them into the sink for later. Jesus Christ. After seeing that, I took to crushing the brain with my index finger, despite it shredding my very tough skin of the bony bits to do so. Takes a deep cut to make me believe the... Jesus Christ. Lobsters, we had a policy they were killed unless specifically requested to be boiled. SOP was to drive a chef knife between the eyes from vertical, drop it through the head, pull it up, spin reverse, drop it through the rear body, then roast it in pie pan of butter galore. Sometimes range for sauce. I had one lobster watch me do this while waiting its turn. When I grabbed it and put it on the board, the poor thing crossed its banded claws over the spot the knife goes in. I did it anyway. I had to pay rent. I swear I no cry. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Well, that didn't actually... Oh yeah, no, that's for... Should you kill a lobster before cooking it? I'm curious about this, though. Oh my god. No, I don't want to make a fucking core account. Who gives a shit? Okay. Instead of those thin meat pieces, they use nice, thick, and fresh corned beef slices. Corned beef. From a cow that was also slaughtered in a hopefully humane but maybe not guaranteed to be humane way. Well, what's the other one? I distinctly remember in my AP US history class, there was a book called The Jungle by Upton Sinclair in like the early 1900s, talking about the meatpacking industry. I might have the time frame wrong because it's been a while since I took the class, but there's the book The Jungle that did like an expose on the meatpacking industry and how unsanitary it was, and it resulted in various legislation being passed to regulate that shit. 80% of where I lived is farmland, so yeah, the beef is fresh and grass-fed. That's good to hear about that specific location. About the meat in that specific location. Food. God, I guess this is also like since we were playing Musume earlier and we're talking about animals dying horribly. Oh, I shouldn't say it. Actually, oh wait, there was like a Thai horse race, and they had like a cosplay race of like Musume cosplayers doing a race on the horse track. And then someone on Twitter made a shitpost saying two of the racers suffered leg injuries and had to be humanely euthanized. That made me chuckle. Downside, lots of dogs in the roads. Oh. Oh no. Look up when the canning industry was forced to print date labels on their cans. Want to eat horse meat, Neo? I mean... Honestly, I'd probably try it if I was presented with it. I've seen... like in Japan, they have various places that have like horse meat. They have like horse sashimi too. There's like there's this channel on Dancing Bacons that does a lot of like vending machines in Asia, and he got horse sashimi from a vending machine for like 3,000 yen or something, and he tried it. And I would probably try it, as much as like I like horses. Dogs is another thing. I probably would not eat dog meat. Just saying. Not that I've never tried either, though, for that matter. I have tried balut. I think I mentioned that once. At a friend's house. Don't go to China because dog meat is huge there. Okay, I just watched a video from Chinese Cooking Demystified where they went over the whole like dog eating culture thing. They went over a recipe called like doggy duck pot or something, where it's like prepared in the same way that dog was traditionally eaten, but using duck meat instead of dog. So as kind of a way to preserve the culture of it without having to actually eat dog. And that was neat. He also went over how, okay, so there's, you know, educated and like people given a Western upbringing are familiar of dogs and do not think of them as food. But the older and more rural you go, the more likely you are to find somewhere that serves dog. And then I think in Korea they mentioned that it was like recently outlawed. I forget how recently. It might have been like decades ago or something. But that generally, if there are any places that you could find dog at, it would be like older and more rural. It's not like they went to the founder or their farm to get the meat. It was a family's pet. No. That's like a Donner Party situation, I hope. That's like we're starving and we have no other choice kind of situation. You can get dog in the major tourism cities. Chad, is this real? You know what? I kind of don't want to know. I'm curious about a lot of things. I'm curious about a lot. I'm gonna Google this. Oh my god. Dog meat in China. China's Dog Meat Festival, a new survey. Undercover investigation. China's cat and dog meat trade. Annual Dog Meat Festival. Dog meat, Wikipedia. Cat and dog meat trade, Animals Asia. China signals end to dog meat consumption by humans 2020. Draft policy released by Agriculture Ministry. Cities concern over animal welfare and prevention of disease transmission as factors behind move. Huh. Also known as fragrant meat or simply fragrant. Why do they have a weird name for dog meat? Oh no. The legality of dog meat consumption varies, with some nations permitting it or lacking a nationwide ban. Bi-curious? No. Oh god, it's because of the mentality that the Great Leap Forward instilled. It's also why there's so little wild animals in Chinese cities. Speaking as someone who observed it, it's normal. You've lived a very interesting life. Native North Americans. Oh my god, Native Americans too? I guess that would make sense. Some relishing it as a delicacy, others treating it as forbidden food. Huh. Okay. Dog and Cat Meat Trade Prohibition Act of 2018? It's only in 2018 they outlawed this? Exceptions for Native American rituals. Okay. Okay. Historical practices, dogs as survival food. Expeditions and emergencies. Oh my god. Lewis and the other members of the expedition ate dog meat except William Clark, who reportedly could not bring himself to eat dogs. Oh my god. I'm almost a century old. I've lived life. I'm still amazed that you are that old and also watching VTubers. You are an extreme outlier in the age demographics for this, which is cool. Notice how Canada is not on that list. We're still allowed to do it. Yay. Yay. No. Hold on. Dog killing is legal. Partially illegal. Illegal. Unknown. Partially illegal, US. Legal in China and Korea. Huh? Consumption. Oh, okay. Hong Kong. Consumption illegal. Huh. Okay. Great. Canada! It's legal to eat dog meat in Canada! Yay! Governor's isn't just a restaurant, it's also a bakery. They have the best IMO cakes. Instead of giving you a tiny piece like most places do, they give you like a third of the whole cake. The prices are also amazing. Yo! Sign me up. Damn, now I want a cake. I shouldn't eat sweets. I shouldn't eat that much sweets. I was busy with stuff, so this was late. Alrighty. Asia and Pacific. Cambodia. Hong Kong. India. Rare and usually consumed among tribal communities. Yay. Yay. Great. Indonesia is predominantly Muslim, and dog meat is haram. Alright. Dog meat consumption has been growing in popularity among Muslims and other ethnic groups. Cheap price and purported health or medicinal benefits. Various welfare groups estimate at least 1 million dogs are killed every year to be eaten. Okay. In spite of lingering concerns about the spread of rabies. Oh no. Oh no. The slaughter process for dogs and tomahawks has resulted in some of them being blowtorched alive. This is horrible. That's quite horrible. There's no need for me to be looking up this information. Cannibalism is legal in Canada as long as you legally acquire the meat. I didn't know about health benefits, but dogs are plentiful, so cheap meat. Yeah, that would make sense. Estimates for total dog killings in China range from 10 to 20 million dogs annually for the purposes of human consumption. Estimates such as these are not official, are derived from extrapolating industry reports on meat tonnage to an estimate of dogs killed. Okay. Legal in mainland China, except for the city of Shenzhen. The Chinese Ministry of Agriculture has never issued quarantine procedures for slaughtering dogs since 500 BC. Wolves in southern China may have been domesticated as a source of meat. Thought to have medicinal properties. Emergency food source. Emergency food. Dog needs to know where he's not safe from me. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna defend myself. Oh look, cooked dog. Ready for purchase. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks, Wikipedia. Very cool. 8 dogs and their 2 cages sold for 1150 yuan. Wow. Great. Only dogs bred specifically for consumption are used, while objectors say some of the dogs purchased for slaughter and consumption are strays or stolen pets. Some of the dogs at the festival are alleged to have been burnt or boiled alive, or beaten out of beliefs that increased adrenaline circulating in the dog's body adds to the flavor of the meat. Isn't it usually the opposite you want? Okay. As of the early 21st century, dog meat consumption in China is declining. In 2014, dog meat sales decreased by a third compared to 2013. It was reported that 2015, one of the most popular restaurants in Guangzhou, serving dog meat was closed after the local government tightened regulations. The restaurant had served dog meat dishes since 1963. Other restaurants that serve dog and cat meat in the Yangkun and Panyu districts also stopped serving these dishes in 2015. 8.6 million Chinese in 2016 also voted online for proposed legislation to end the consumption of dog and cat meat, but the legislation was not taken forward. In 2020, Shenzhen, first Chinese city to ban consumption and production of dog and cat meat. Part of a wider clampdown on wildlife trade, thought to be linked to COVID-19. Chinese Ministry of Agriculture said it considers dog as companion animals, not livestock. Yay. Yay. Okay. Neo stands next to me. I say, oh, finger food. Then lightning nibble one of his fingers. No. But I do eat chicken feet. Chicken feet, like in like the Chinese style. Like it's braised in the sauce. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. South Korea dog meat. There's an article on it. There's a whole article on it. Oh my god. On January 9, 2024, the National Assembly of South Korea unanimously passed a law banning the production and sale of dog meat to take effect in 3 years. The 3-year window allows for farmers to find other sources of income. Oh, okay. Okay. Changed over several thousand years. Experienced a precipitous decline over the past 3 decades in South Korea. Increasing number of dogs owned as pets. Huh. Okay. Alright, so I guess the government is, in fact, cracking down on dog meat in Korea. Gogi. Chicken feed is useful for broth. I'd imagine so. There's a lot of collagen in that. Always makes me feel like, I'm eating a lot of collagen. That's probably good for me in some way, but not like I really know anything about like the nutritional value of eating lots of collagen. Spicy stew. Dog meat consumption has been declining as more people have been adopting dogs as pets. In a 2020 survey, 84% of the Korean population reported never having consumed dog meat nor having plans to ever do so. Only 84%? Well, I guess you include the older population. Sale of dog meat is illegal. Slaughter and consumption is legal. Brutal slaughters of any animals is prohibited by animal protection law. Okay. I remember when the government here let a bunch of Chinese immigrants stay this high-end apartment that was recently built. It had a supermassive fish tank where the fish can swim to the top or bottom of the apartment. Oh, okay, and is there more to this story? I mean, that's a cool fish tank. That sounds like a really cool fish tank. The maintenance might be kind of a pain. Within the day, every last one of those fish and some of the plants had been ripped out and eaten by the locals. That's fucked up. Okay. 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 Great. The Philippines, banned since 1998. Exemptions for dogs killed and eaten as part of indigenous rituals. Okay. Tonga, United Kingdom, Vietnam. Around 5 million dogs are slaughtered in Vietnam every year, making the country the second biggest consumer of dog meat in the world after China. Yay, killed in brutal ways. Yay. Oh my god. Well, isn't this a fun and uplifting way to end stream? Officials in the city of Hanoi urged citizens to stop eating dog and cat meat, saying concerns with the cruel methods with which animals are slaughtered, and the diseases this practice propagates. Most of which are stolen household pets. It gets worse. It gets worse. People used to raise dogs to guard the house, and when they needed the meat, they ate it. Now they keep dogs as pets imported from China, Japan, and other countries. One pet dog might cost hundreds of millions of dong. 100 million dong is $4,677. Comes from the Great Leap Forward. Their grandparents survived, and the mentality of it's there and free. You take it before someone else gets it, and you starved is so ingrained in their minds. From a fish tank. From a fancy fish tank. Oh, God. It's horrible. But I understand, like, the... coming from that, like, starvation mindset. I mean, I'm not sure how much I can say that I truly understand, but, like, on some level... coming from a place where there is nothing and then to a place where there is something is always a transition to be made. If you're curious to see how bad it gets, look up grab hags versus yarn seller. Okay, I don't think I need to look that up though. Europe, Switzerland, a few farmers in rural areas. United Kingdom. The commercial trade of dog meat is illegal. It is still currently legal in the United Kingdom to consume dog meat. In France, butcher shops selling dog meat were open around the country until circa 1910. A citation needed. Australia. I'm always find it interesting when like an article in one language is super limited on information, and then in another language it's like much more extensive. Mostly with reading Wikipedia in Japanese. Eating dog meat is taboo in Polish culture. Fat from various animals, including dogs, is used as part of folk medicine. A farm near Setschel was overfeeding dogs to be rendered down into lard. 6 people producing dog lard were found guilty of breaching animal welfare laws and sentenced to jail. South Korea gay soju. Also known as dog wine. Okay. Popularity of gay soju as a sex tonic is rising compared to dog meat sales. Oh no. Oh no. The Chow Chow was also known as a Chinese edible dog. Like, this is... Oh, it's fucked up, but it's kind of funny. It's not that they have nothing, it's that the elites control everything. Yeah, same thing from their perspective, right? But yeah. The Hawaiian poi dog. There's a poi dog in Hawaii. The Polynesian dog. Extinct varieties of domesticated dogs. They became extinct as a result of the crossbreeding that occurred after European breeds of dogs were introduced. Oh, so they just crossbreeded and disappeared because of that. Where do you think the saying Chow's on come from? Came from the chow being added to the oven. No, no, look at this thing. It's got a funny face. It's still cute. Still cute. Puppy chow chow, female chow chow, blue black tongue. Korean dog. This is a Korean dog. Korean edible dog. No. Not commonly kept as pets. Neo is an ice cream chow chow. No. But at least I'm ice cream flavored. Cat meat. Cat meat. Cow meat. Carnism. Pig meat. Speciesism. Yeah, why do we treat dog meat and cat meat as taboo? But cows, yummy. Pigs, pork, delicious. Yummy. This thing, meat, delicious. I guess we just gotta recognize that we have some biases as humans. Cow, yummy food, delicious. Horse, oh no, that's a friend. That's a useful that's a useful friend. That would be weird for me to eat my friend. Wolf meat? I guess that's like on the borderline. It's rare for wolves to be hunted for food. Historically, people have resorted to consuming wolf flesh in times of scarcity or for medicinal reasons. It was not an herbivore, did not possess the same healing qualities thought to be distinct in plant eaters. You know what? It makes sense. It makes sense. I don't. PETA asks where I draw the line. I say his name was Thomas. He wasn't the worst guy, but he also wasn't the fastest. Great. Seal meat. I'd probably eat a seal. I'd probably eat a seal. How did we get here from Neo learning Moxie this? How did we? Oh wait. We're talking about lobsters. We're talking about oh god. I think Random Perv was in chat. We talked about how we got to horse meat and then Random Perv brought up dog meat. So we were looking at how quickly do lobsters die when you boil them. And then we got to like horse meat, and then we got to what was it? Yeah, I was mentioning Musume. Random Perv brought up horse meat. Random Perv then brought up dog meat. And then I was talking about Chinese Cooking Demystified. It's a good YouTube channel, Chinese Cooking Demystified. They had a video on a recipe that was traditionally made with dog meat, but an adaptation of it using duck meat. And then we got to dog meat. Then we read the entire Wikipedia article on dog meat. Yay. Me saying I devour Neo. Yeah, it's relevant to the stream because I'm a dog. Therefore, this is about me. We're reading about me. You have me to thank for derailing him into trauma reading. Yeah, this is a great topic to talk about on stream and discover with you guys. Isn't this fun? Isn't this interesting and informative? Have I... Hold on. Bullet the food. Okay, don't show me anything weird, Wikipedia. I know you have weird stuff. Bullet. I had this once. Balut. Chicken fetus. Chicken fetus. It was okay. I think the one I had was maybe a bit overcooked. It was okay, I guess. It's like a weird meaty. It's like a yeah, sort of halfway between an egg and meat. Chicken meat. Bullet isn't the worst thing I've eaten. So it's something. It's something. I guess depending on the sauce you put on it. A combination of savory, gamey, and rich characters. Yeah, it was very rich. It was like it was like yolk but extra yolk. It was like the difference between egg white and egg yolk, but like the difference between egg yolk and then blood. It's like one step up from egg yolk in terms of, I guess, meaty creaminess or something. It's like the Fable games. The bones make it crunchy. Yeah, it was a little crunchy. Little country. Okay. That's great. This is great to think. Let's go back to lobster. let's appreciate the fact that McDonald's has or sometimes serves lobster in certain regions. And also, I think that's a good spot to end on because I'm tired. I'm caffeine deprived. I want to do a bit more coding and maybe just relax too because I've had a not a terrible week actually. It was okay. I have a crab cage on the river. Hell yeah. Eat food that is socially acceptable to eat. That we find socially acceptable to consume. To kill and consume. Need a nap on the giantess lap. You really like bringing that up, don't you? I guess it's on me for bringing it up in the first place. The main classic sandwich jelly is Amados. Their pickles are so potent, I'd rather eat a lemon with piss. You can buy a jar of these massive pickles for like $11, but the pain is very addictive. I do like pickles. I do like pickles. That's a very dog name. Isn't there literally like a character in BoJack Horseman named Pickles? Easy shame button. Oh, okay. He's not into it for the giantess part. He's just into it for messing with me. Fine. That's how you get your kicks. That's how you enjoy it. He doesn't understand. He's not a true giantess fan like me. He wouldn't understand. Okay. I'm gonna read chat, or read names. Thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed the yapping and maybe a little bit of Musume. Thank you, Electric. Thank you, Simply. Thank you, Malacan Order. Thank you, Larry the Gato. Thank you, Nah. Thank you, Cyclopus. Thank you, Dairy Queen. Thank you, JPZ. Thank you, Dalam. Thank you, Randaperf. Thank you, Chris Tooley. I have already changed the stream title to reflect that this was round 2 and not the finals. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you, lurkers too, and whoever clicked on, whoever's watching the VOD, and your mom, your dad, your siblings, your family. I'd like to thank the Academy for hosting this event. Thank you for every teacher I've ever had. Every author of every book I've ever read. Thank you to all the developers of every video game that I've played. Thank you to all the authors of the Wikipedia articles we reacted to on stream, and the server hosts and the Wikimedia Foundation, even if they ask for donations a little too often. Thank you to every streamer I've ever watched, who I've ever been even partially a tiny bit inspired by. Thank you. If you're used to the regular pickle and Amato's pickle is like having your soul sucked out by pure sourness, dude, that sounds awesome. That sounds like I'd put that in water just for the taste, make like a lemonade out of it, but it's like pickle-aid. Wait, that sounds kind of fucked up actually. Neo needs crackers, cheese, pickle slices, and spiced sausage slice on top. I have one of those ingredients. Actually, 2 of those ingredients. I think there's sausage in the freezer somewhere. But yeah, thank you. Thank you. Let's find someone to raid. Who's live? Who's here? Who's next? Okay. We're raiding. We're raiding. It's like 90% yap. It's like all yap. Okay, bye. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, bye. Neil holds a record of drinking pickle juice at 14 gallons. He wasn't even trying to set a record. I don't think I've ever like drank straight up pickle juice. That's kind of hardcore. Let's make Neil forget he's trying to end stream. Yay! Stream forever. Stream. Keep streaming. More stream. More stream forever. Okay, all right. Bye. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, to Neil. Bye-bye. Here we go. Yippee. Okay, bye.